Hey everybody, coming to you from my little house, Constance house here in East Point this morning. Eddie Williams Solers. Hope you're doing okay today. Kind of waking up at 7:40, getting my day started. It's Thursday. Got back from a couple days in New York. Kind of endorphins was way up there, and I feel like they're all kind of depleted this morning, and I'm just kind of getting my mojo going. But anyhow, top of the morning, everybody. The Morning Post this morning. Most of us knew that the country would grow darker and darker under authoritative rule. We will see more and more people get sick and die with COVID this season, as vaccines are going to be harder and harder to get. CVS, the largest provider of the vaccines, has said they won't even offer the COVID vaccines because of government stuff going on this season. And you know, every year the COVID is going to mutate every year, so every year they come out with a booster vaccine to just kind of help, especially somebody like me who's turning 70 in a few days, to withstand the wiles of the health uh, challenges of getting COVID. More and more freedoms are being stripped away every day. And John Roberts of the Supreme Court Justice John Roberts, is almost as big a culprit in the collapse of our country as Donald Trump and MAGA is. Yeah, what a sellout that dude's been. Good Lord. Elections will not be honest or fair in the years ahead. Now, both sides can say they are rigged. There is a reason Trump had to destroy trust in elections in the very beginning, and get all you MAGA people to say, oh, that was rigged. It was rigged. Joe Biden didn't win because it was rigged. You know the reason he had to get you to buy into that? Because he don't plan on leaving office. And he'll have you people say, yeah, it's okay. The elections wasn't fair anyhow. He can stay as long as he wants to. Yeah. He will take more and more control of policing by the military so that he can continue to destroy more and more of a country that has always prided itself on the Constitution and the rule of law. We've seen both of those now go by the wayside. I settled back into my bed last night with all kinds of thoughts running through my head. Bills. Don't that always get up with money? How are we going to make this two ends meet? Projects that need to get completed. Key Roadhouse is going to drag on and on. Good Lord. And then most of us that love the country, and I say for those of us that love the country, as there's some passing judgment on the MAGA crowd out there that has turned over the darkness in this country, you know, most of us that love the country worry about the country. We want our country to do better. We want our country to survive as a democracy. We don't want Donald Trump, big, fat, red ass up there for the next, what, he may live 15 more years? Yeah. What a, good heavens, y'all. I can't believe, I still, even to this day, I can't believe anybody out there voted for that man. What does that say about you? What does that say about the darkness that you walk in? What does that say about the kind of God that you think you serve? What a dumbass God that is. Good heavens. I'm so judgmental of you people that have fucked this country over with all this MAGA stuff. Yeah. And most of us worry about all that, and our health, and tax time, and just all kinds of things. You can tell my endorphins have come way down from the mountaintop of New York. I think after endorphins ran so high for 2 days while on that trip in New York with Ava, I give myself space to feel a little down for a couple of days as I get my mojo back. I understand how these things work in life now. You know, I come back from Paris, and I always tell myself, Heather and them goes down to Panama City for a week, and they come back, and I tell myself, well, give yourselves a couple of days when you get back to feel a little beached out. You know, your endorphins have to come back up. A good life depends more and more on a state of mind that we have, more than anything. Yet, we can't be delusional to the realities around us. Life is a struggle. A lot of times life is a struggle. um, I have checked out of the news lately. I don't watch the news any longer. You know, I used to love to watch CNN and Don Lemon and Anderson Cooper. I don't watch any of it no more. I watch TikTok news. I watch Rosie talking from over there, Ireland, Scotland, wherever she moved. I'm checked out. But when I do allow myself to sit down and take in all that is going on, it is very dark, y'all, and heavy to realize people that we know and trusted in, and went to church with, and was our family, brought this wave of darkness across the country. They love MAGA. They love Donald Trump. Donald Trump? Seriously? Donald Trump? You claim to be enlightened? You claim to have met Christ? You claim to have a personal relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ? And yet as high in the whatever sphere you've got to as you think Donald Trump's God's choice for this country? What the hell is wrong with you? Good heavens. Go somewhere and sit under an oak tree and figure out who the hell you are. Our freedoms have slowly slipped away right before our eyes. You can even feel it in a place like New York City, where rooftop conversations are about how the country has gone so dark so quickly. I never would have thought that a woman would lose her right to choose in my lifetime, or that same-sex marriage would be overturned, which is coming, or that any person with even a small little snippet of a brain would think that Donald Trump is a Christian, that he should represent the Christian people. This is what happens when evangelicals have their say in what kind of country the rest of us should have to live in. This coming Monday, September the 8th, I want to fast. I didn't fast in August. Ava says she's going to fast with me also. Fast for better health. Fast for more spirit awareness around me. Fast for mental health. Fast for just to start a deeper, healthier way of living for the final 4 months of this year. Join us. Join me if you feel so inclined. A day of fasting can jolt our spirit, jolt our health. If you can fast, you can do just about anything. It's not easy, y'all, but with a well made up mind, you can do it. 2025 is quickly going away. Revive us, O Lord, for we have hanged our harps upon the willows. How shall we sing the Lord's songs in a strange land? There is a sadness about the loss of America and the things the country is going through now. And for those who rejoice in the loss of fair elections and a free press, and who rejoice in billionaires throwing off millions of people from health care, poor people, people on Medicaid. Good heavens, how heartless do you have to be? You did that. Trump didn't do it, you did it with your vote for him. You go stand before your God and explain that to him. Good Thursday morning, since most of you believe there's going to come that day when you leave this earth that you're going to go give an account for what you do. You have fun with that one. Have fun with that one. Because I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be the opposition, like, oh, yeah, I knew him. Yeah, he voted to throw them millions of people off health care while he sat there in the warm comfort of his home and didn't give a shit. I'll be there to speak against you, just as I speak against you in this dimension, on this planet. Good Thursday morning, sweet people. I feel like after being on the mountaintop while in New York City and meeting God on the mountaintop, I have come down to the valley. America needs to be restored. How shall we rejoice in a strange land when MAGA has turned the keys of America over to such darkness? Could you have ever imagined that Robert F. Kennedy, a full-blown nutcase, would be in charge of whether I could get a COVID booster shot or not? Thanks, MAGA. That's pretty cool, isn't it? The picture